Oh yeah, the French glasses makes a big difference. Try them on.
Crazy! I never tried these before. Hey guys, Matt here. You know, I don't do many of these Matt's Reeftank episodes. When was the last one I did? I think last one I did was when I was at Tidal Gardens a year ago. Last year when I went to Tidal Gardens, I didn't have a chance to visit my friend Rico and his Reeftank setup, so this is an opportunity to come here and check it out before I go back to China again. Everybody, this is Rico. If you don't know him, then I don't know what you've been doing, what kind of rock you've been hiding under. but he's got an impressive tank set up, and it's in the basement of his house here in Ohio. What did you have before, and what did you do?
We had a 300 Marineland deep dimension. It was completely packed. The corals were so huge. It was time to kind of part ways with it because there was nothing else I could possibly do. So obviously, for being a YouTuber, people hearing this, they were like, "Hey Rico, why don't you start a new system and we can follow that journey?" Is how this would happen. We ended up tearing down the old system.
That's old system stuff, right?
Yeah, this is old system stuff. And getting a new one. And that was pretty fun because we obviously had Fan over here from Tidal Gardens trying to orchestrate and help out a little bit.
It was here where he was swearing, right? This was the moment where he was cussing and yelling.
He was stuck because we had this ginormous tank in the stairwell, stuck on the last stair. We had a cable winch system hooked up to the tank that the tank couldn't, let's just say the Jeep couldn't assist us and pull the tank back up a little bit so we can get it unstuck.
Yeah.
That's how heavy. Just imagine how heavy.
Incredibly heavy.
Aquarium is. And that's how we ended up with this. So this is roughly about 8 months in the making of this new aquarium. So hopefully, maybe next year or whenever, it seems like you're somewhat almost able to make it to the States once a year.
That'll be good though, because it'll give an interesting perspective of growth.
So you get to see it now, and then if the next time you come, you'll get to see, wow, you know, how much growth have you had in X amount of time. So.
Now, what changes did you make because you've had the experience of the previous one? This one you're going to solve problems, you know?
Pretty much I kept everything the same. The difference is that this is a peninsula style system versus the old system was up against the wall there.
Yeah.
And a deep dimension is like 6 feet by 3 feet.
Yeah.
So you only have one side to access that aquarium. So us short guys, unlike you, Matt, that's a long reach across a tank to try to get things. So yeah.
I mean, I can't reach across.
Yeah.
You'd have to go for a swim.
So, being a peninsula, you get to have a step stool and work around your aquarium.
Yeah.
So.
And your rock scape is lower. Is it lower than the last tank that you had?
I usually make my rock scape take up about half the real estate as far as overall height. What I did do is I actually aquascape for the very first time. Most reefers, we stack rocks.
Yeah.
In an aquarium, we use the back wall and then kind of just stack rocks and make this structure. Well, this time I got crafty, used a lot of acrylic rods, and made these hangs and all these cool things. So,
yeah, quite interesting.
And opened it up.
Yeah. How many corals you got in here right now? Individual plugs.
Yeah, I don't know, 150 or so.
Are you intending for some of those to get overtake other ones, and then you'll see which ones dominate, or you think each one is going to go the long haul?
Well, I don't know, because I still have another 60 frags that's going in there. So just 60 frags at SPS. That's not counting some of your LPS.
Wow.
Softies. So
I mean, this thing is just going to be a rainbow, a menagerie.
It will. My thing is, I'm going to try my best to treat it like the bonsai tree, each individual piece, and really keep up so things don't grow together and don't fight.
Conflict.
Yeah, conflict.
The cool thing about Rico's tank right now is that it's almost like a blank slate. I mean, there's a lot of rock, there's a lot of corals, but they're at this beginning point where they're never gonna be, it's never gonna be like this ever again, you know?
No.
Every day that coral's gonna grow, it's gonna get more beautiful, it's gonna expand. And this is like an opportunity to see the framework, the base of a tank that's gonna be, it could be one of the most beautiful tanks in the world, you know?
Yeah.
And what you're looking at now is the framework, so yeah, super cool. All these little plugs are gonna be massive groups of coral. How can people follow you if they wanna see this journey of your tank and follow you along?
Well, that's easy. I'm a YouTuber just like you, Matt. It's called Rico's Aquariums.
Yep.
On YouTube.
And Instagram. He's very active on Instagram.
Yes.
All sorts of live streams and things like that going on.
Yes.
Now this is the part we can see. Let's take a look at the part we can't see.
Oh. Would you like to see some of the filtration on what makes it work?
Right.
All right. Well, only shoot what's good. You know, us hobbyists have our clutter of things, like dirty. Well, these are clean filter socks.
Your dirty socks are out.
Yes.
So your clean socks. Clean socks.
Basically, keeping a reef for me is keeping it simple. Having a source to feed your corals, calcium, alkaline, magnesium, everything that you need to do to keep your water parameters stable. Instead of hand dosing, and instead of,
automate as much as possible.
Automate as much as possible. So this is the largest calcium reactor that Jayoe makes. This is a Reef Octopus 8000 external, and this thing turns roughly about 1,800 gallons an hour.
Okay.
So that helps take care of all the fish's daily functions, just like ours, as well. Now, one thing that everybody's dying for right now, and it's probably going to be about 2 years before everybody actually has one, is this guy here. It's called the Trident.
Yeah.
So the Trident basically tests on the lowest setting 4 times a day your alkalinity, twice a day calcium and magnesium.
And then it goes to your phone, right? You can get all the parameters to your phone. You can control the power strip. You can control the whole system here.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get into the industry? When did you get your first tank?
I've always been into fish. You know, everybody gets a goldfish. It seems like as a kid. As I got older and moved out at a very young age, I had my first 180-gallon freshwater aquarium.
Yeah.
So I had mammoth gouramis, Aztecs, Oscars, stuff like that. And then I had several tanks because you end up with several tank syndrome. You just can't have one. So I ended up with piranhas and all kinds of stuff. I was 18 at the time. 18, about to turn 18, somewhere around there. And I seen saltwater aquarium for the first time, actually. That was the first time, and it was like,
holy moly,
No, it's the colors of the fish, and it was just like, it was just something you never see. It was like alien to you, right? So I was like, man, I want this. Well, I just became an addict, basically.
And now we're here.
Yeah, and we're here, and you know, it's a beautiful hobby. It's a very zen, peaceful. You can have a bad day.
Come down, sit by the couch next to the aquarium.
Just saltwater aquariums just do something that just it just makes you your bad days better.
All right, so if you're interested in checking out Rico's tank, I'll leave links in the description, and he would be more than happy to have you join his journey and watch how he grows.
Oh yeah.
Take it easy.
Jayoe.
Bye-bye, Jayoe.